Harvest is just a few days away from us, so I gotta start going hard on the combine. We are not ready at all. Now I will explain what I'm about to do in a couple of seconds, but basically we have some electrical issues. This right here, I'm not sponsored by the way, but this is a conductive paste, if you can't read. So we have a few electrical issues with this thing. The connection from the combine to the header. It won't pull out the Vario knife. Sometimes it won't pull up the, what's it called, the reel up and down, forward and backwards, and it's out because of this plug. There's not good connection here, so I'm gonna put this thing in a syringe and I'm gonna put some paste in the holes of the connector and we'll see what will happen. So I put some of the paste in the syringe over here and I'm gonna start doing all these holes. So now that I've done all of these, I'm gonna put the connector on the header and go in the cab and check if everything works properly. Now basically, when I click the button for the reel, something should click. Okay, that works. But there's a problem. The Vario one doesn't work. We gotta see what that's all about. Now I think I found the problem. You probably can't see it on camera, but some of these pins have sunken in inwards and they can make a good connection with the connector. I don't know how I'm going to fix this, but I'll think of something. Apart from the electrical issues on the header, everything else is in tip-top condition, so we are almost ready. I know I said we weren't, but things like that are so small that really don't make any difference at all, to me seem pretty large and they need fixing. Прекрасно. So we checked the header and everything seems to work fine. Now we're gonna try the combine itself and we'll see. Tomorrow we're going to harvest. So we have started. We are not yielding the best so far, but There's nothing we can do about that but just harvest our wheat. So now 2 of the trucks are getting full. We're gonna send them down to the base, unload them and get back and keep on working. Как ты еще почувствуешь, что потрясаешь одишь?
Помыслишь, что дождь.
I was gonna do a video about 2 weeks ago or a week ago about how we had so much rain, but apparently that rain did absolutely nothing because the wheat was already mature and it wasn't taking in any water. So yes, we are in a drought and we are harvesting not that much wheat. So we're having a little issue. Our combine is overheating, the engine is overheating, and I'm suspecting this has something to do with the fan, with the cleaner. It has a cleaning system on the radiators or something else. Now we're gonna investigate. We gotta be rather quickly because we gotta get back into harvesting, of course. Spas is bringing over the Bulgar with Trevor because we are being rather quick with the combine, but with the overheating issues we're getting a bit of a setback. Gotta fix this now. Now hear me out. I swear that our combine does not break this much. It just does it on camera. Some people might say that the combine is a paid actor. Now I know it may not look like this right now, but currently I'm committing a crime. First of all, I'm touching my steering wheel with hands that look like this, and I'm wearing an Audemars Piguet to work. So don't arrest me, please. Don't worry now, we'll have this under control in under 10 minutes. Spas is here and there is no piece of any ingenuity that he can't fix. So we tried everything. We blew off the radiator, we filled it up with coolant. We checked on the, what do you call it, the brooms, the thing on the side of the combine that rotates the drum, this thing. It has brooms inside that brush the radiator so it doesn't get clogged. There's also a cleaner, a vacuum cleaner. Lexion combines, the 480 series, have a vacuum cleaner on the radiator. Also works, and the combine is still overheating. There's that issue and we have to resolve that very quickly. So we're detaching the header and we're going back to town. We're gonna diagnose the issue. We can't work like that. This is pretty dangerous. You can blow the engine. Now I have absolutely no idea about what's going on. What's happening makes absolutely no sense. Everything works perfectly. All belts are tight on the things that are supposed to be spinning. There's coolant in the engine. We checked the level when cold and we checked it when hot. So this makes absolutely no sense. I don't know what the last thing that we're resorting to is going to wash the radiator with some water, but I don't think that's gonna do anything. But we really gotta get back into harvesting. So we might have found the issue. There's a belt that drives the fan, the cleaning fan. Also it drives the cleaner and various other things, and that belt looks very worn and it might be slipping. So as you can see, if you are not blind, the combine is back in operation. And I think we found the issue. We are about to see if it overheats again. If it does, I don't have an idea what's going on. If it doesn't, we have an idea of what's going on, because one of the belts that drives the cleaning fan also drives the cleaner for the radiators. So we replaced that because the other one was so worn it used to slip, even though the combine wouldn't warn us that it slipped. But we'll see. In about 30 minutes, either this combine is going to be overheating or it's going to be working perfectly as it is now. Now something that annoys me a little bit is you can see where the straw chopper spread the straw, and it's kind of making these lines, which is bugging me out because the straw chopper is supposed to be covering the whole ground that the header is taking in, so you can see where you went. You shouldn't make these lines. Now this is not the factory chopper on the combine. It used to come with these spreaders that would rotate from side to side and spread the straw everywhere. But we had to replace that because that was making a lot of problems. It used to have hydraulic, electric, mechanical issues, everything. So we took that off and made our own straw chopper, and it's working, I will not say perfectly because you can see the lines and you shouldn't be supposed to. That thing should easily be covering about 7.5 meters. That's just how long the header is, and that's how much it's supposed to spread. But it's not. We may try raising it a little bit more, but that might cause issues. So we'll just keep going as we are and not touch anything, because there's no saying, as much as you're poking at a turd, as much as it's going to smell. Now, hear me out on something. Most of the time you're not supposed to be harvesting in strong winds, and I'll tell you why. When you're harvesting... Oops, the combine stopped. Something just happened. Now I certainly hope they did not overheat. Anyway, it's nothing too concerning, they're just doing some calibrations. The reason you shouldn't be harvesting in strong winds is because when the wind comes against you, towards you, I mean, it goes into the feeder house and it messes with the cleaning fan. So that's not good. So as the cleaning fan is blowing and is trying to clean the grain, the wind coming in with it is helping it, making it much stronger. Basically now you are blowing out some of the seeds out of the combine. That's why you shouldn't harvest in winds like these. Let's check for some losses. There's one, but not that big of a deal. Let's look for more. Oh, I think we are fine. So now it's my turn to run this big rake. We just dumped and the trailer started seeping weed everywhere. Now, just as I was getting excited about driving the combine and actually doing some work myself, we got a call from the silos and there's been a problem at the storage silos, so we can't harvest. That's just my luck, so see you next time.